I'm Simon. I'm 20 years old, studying international business management in Västerås. Spare time, I'm studying and doing YouTube and influencer work pretty much. Just studying influencership and practicing it at the same time gives a pretty good insight on the whole process that businesses want from the influencer and what I as an influencer wants from the businesses. I was 15 years old, living in my father's basement, watching YouTube videos in 2012 I think. So 12 or 11, and there was this guy called the Syndicate Project who was like the big boss back then. He did like this Call of Duty zombies videos and Minecraft and stuff. So it was pretty fun to just do primarily Call of Duty because I was 15 years old. Of course I played Call of Duty. So like if I can record this and I'll upload it on YouTube, that's just great. Like I've always been interested in media from a production sort of sense, just recording voice and movies at the same time. It's always been like a hobby. So I just took an old, I think like $10 microphone and started recording myself just talking about shit in school and stuff like that. I think it's partially due to my videos are in Swedish and the audience is just 100% Swedish, maybe some Norwegian or Danish people. So we have this kind of, there's no cultural differences. Like something I say, people will just understand, oh yeah, that's a Swedish expression. Like there's no differences at all. They can understand me and they can relate. And there's like a bunch of events here in Sweden where me and my partner network just goes to and just meet up fans and businesses, just everything at one place. So we can just get a lot of personal contact face to face, and that, I think that grows on me as much as it does on the fans and the businesses. Like we get a more professional standpoint from like everything. There's like more personality into it than just seeing one person on a screen. Yeah, I didn't do as much analytical stuff before I started studying international business management. But when I started to just like work with companies to like take out budgets and stuff like that, and just seeing, okay, the curves are going like this, the curves are going like that, it was a lot easier for me to just analyze and see like, okay, my subscribers are stopped watching my videos at 3 minutes, then maybe I should try to shorten my videos down. They're usually commenting around minute 4, then maybe I should promote like, oh yeah, comment earlier or comment later. And like, okay, I can get more likes than I am actually getting. Let's just try to motivate them to like more. So yeah, I do a lot of post-process work, I do, but I could do a lot more. I had a pretty long-lasting relationship with a website called Fast to Play, which started up in 2013, I think. They are now Kinguin. I was actually working with them from day one and just promoting their site, like, yeah, if you want to go buy cool video games for a very low some, just go to Fast to Play. So yeah, I was cross-promoting them a lot for free because I was sympathizing with them, which was pretty stupid. Now I realized that I could have cashed out pretty good on it. So yeah, I've been helping Fast to Play a lot, but then I've been working with Blizzard, just promoting Hearthstone when that one was released in 2013, I think. So yeah, I've had some pretty good deals, but none like big branded high income deals, just because I sympathize a lot like with the smaller businesses, because it's usually those who want to get into the social media market. Like the big ones, they're pretty naive, like, oh yeah, this is not a real business, this will die out in a few years. But the smaller business, they're like, yeah, it's free promotion really. And there is like this kind of vacuum between what's free and what isn't, because some businesses like, yeah, everything's going to be free, and some like, yeah, I can send you a product, but then you'll have to send it back after the video. And some business like, yeah, I'll pay you 2,000 Swedish crowns, and then you have to say that this product is good. And like 2,000 Swedish crowns for like 10,000 of views, that's pretty low considering what you take for like a news article with just an ad on that page in like a standard paper magazine, which nobody reads today. So they are naive, really naive. But then me personally, I'm just like, I feel bad for them, because I know it's a hard market to get into as a new entrepreneur. Yeah, those times I actually do promote this stuff. I do see myself as an influencer, and I usually do recommend stuff I use like every day. I'm not in contact with Road at any kind. We don't have any connections at all. And I do promote their stuff. Like I've been using Rode since I started high school, so all my microphone has been Rode. And so yeah, I love the company, I love the brand. So yeah, I'll promote Rode even I do not get any money for it, and there's no false business marketing at all. It's just my plain opinion. In my YouTube career, I've been going around from gaming to just doing standard vlogs, and now lately more news channel-y stuff. The gaming content back in 2012 to like 2014 was like huge, at least in Call of Duty. Like that was the biggest thing on YouTube, even in Swedish and internationally. In Call of Duty sense, there were some people who were insanely huge, even here in Sweden, just pulling out 50, like 60k views per video, and they were like just kids, like they were 15 years old, I think. So yeah, there are big steeps, of course. And then the vlog, when I personally started doing vlogs, they weren't that interesting. But now lately, when I've been starting doing more news videos and discussions about just random topics like I did back in the days, like okay, I got an opinion on this one, I'll share my opinion. If I get neglected by a bus driver, I'll do a video about it and talk about it, and people think that's interesting. So I think it's about topics and certain genres that are popular at that specific year. Because Call of Duty videos are not popular today. Like we have one big guy called Tapes. Like he was huge in Sweden back in 2011 to like 2013. He pulled out I think 500,000 views on his best videos, and he was just a Swedish guy, and I think he's at 500,000 subscribers right now. So, and his channel has pretty much died out. He's just pulling maybe 8,000 views per Call of Duty video, and he got 500,000 subscribers. So something has happened during the years, and most likely has Call of Duty just died out. Like it's nothing fun to watch anymore. So, and now like the big ones on YouTube here in Sweden, they're like these fashion girls, and they are vloggers, and now the news channels are starting to just ramp up. Like I know me and two mates whom are also doing news videos. They're like, I think one of them, he grew in 3 months just 100,000 subscribers in 3 months, and that's a lot considering it's the Swedish audience. We are reporting like on things that happen in the Swedish YouTube community as a whole. Like if someone posts something interesting on Twitter, like yeah, okay, I'm getting this much hate, I'm sad now, we report on that. Some people do not appreciate, you know, gaining views or money on other people's mishabits or misfalls, but I don't see it like that. Like when I was in high school, I studied journalism, and like every newspaper, like they do scoops on stuff that happens, and yeah, sure, a family lost their house in a house fire, but still, it's a news article about it. So there's really nothing wrong with giving them free publicity, really. Because if someone feels bad and are sharing their feelings on Twitter, and I just make a video about it and say, yeah, go share that person up, I don't see there's a problem. Like we're helping them getting views, and sure, I'm getting views in their name, but I don't think someone will go on and watch my video or read my newspaper if they didn't like how it's published. Yeah, we got Drama Alert, Scars, and what's its name? Not Paracynical, H3 Productions. All those are doing news videos. Yes, Drama Alert and Scars are like 100% news videos, and they pull millions of views. And news videos in Sweden has just been around for I think since September of 2016. They are at this moment the biggest channel. It's close to 100k subscribers, and that channel has been racking out 600,000 views on one video I think. So close to 1 million people in Sweden. Yeah, like Sweden is pretty small in terms of people who actually are watching YouTube, but they're still big compared to other countries. Like Sweden, I think Sweden is the 3rd biggest YouTube country in ranked views each year. Like a YouTube network, I do appreciate what they're doing. At a start, when they launched in 2012, they were like super hyped. They were like the only Swedish network really, because before you had to sign with some scummy American networks, and I knew I had this one called Asafin. It's like a super scummy British network who I mean, just signing up, and they're taking, I think, 65% of the ad revenue. And then Splay came, like Swedish contact, 24/7. They're stationed in Stockholm, easy to get to. Like they got a lot of attention. And when they launched Guldtuben, which is a big like convention, not really a convention, it's more like a gala for YouTubers. Like, hey, you get an award for doing the best makeup video or the best gaming video, and that created this hype regarding the network. But then at the same time, they're a company, they have their goals, while we YouTuber has our goals. Maybe we just want to make an awesome video and make as many people see it as possible, but then Splay's like, yeah, that's not profitable, we won't really dig into that. And at the start it didn't feel like that, but the longer Splay existed and other companies came in, like TV4's Entertainment Network and United Screens, they've come into the market as well. So they're like three big Swedish YouTube networks now. So there's a bit of rivalry between these three. Like some YouTubers go from Splay to United Screen and they trash talk Splay, and at the same time some people go from United Screens to Splay and they trash talk the other one. So I don't think it's the company's fault, it's the influencers' fault. But at the same time, the companies are doing stuff that all people might not like. Like they have contracts, you're signed for a year maybe. People don't like being signed to one specific network for a year. So that made a huge outcry last summer when Splay had that problem. So they had to reassess their terms, they had to have meetings and kind of restructure the whole brand. Like, okay, we got our influencers can't be signed for a year, they need to leave after 3 months if they want to. It's changing. Like the Swedish government has started talking about the product placement in videos, and when you need to tax for certain things and when it's hidden marketing and stuff like that. So even the Swedish government has started like, okay, this is starting to become a problem, because the businesses are using the influencers. Like they're paying not that much for a branded video, and people or companies like Splay are constantly working with this, trying to like, okay, you can't give them this money, you need to give them more money because you're reaching an enormous audience. I know that I think she's the second biggest Swedish YouTuber doing Swedish content, Therese Lindgren. She pulls out, I think, 300,000 views per video, something like that. And she does a lot of branded deals, and she can, just from a hypothetical standpoint, she can get 300,000 Swedish crowns for one video. She should be able to get that because she's reaching an enormous audience. But she gets like, maybe there's no official numbers, but she said in a podcast a few years ago or a year ago that she got, I think, 150,000 for one video, and that was her biggest branded video ever. So there are enormous sums, but they can be bigger, and influencers are getting used, but it's changing. Like we have recently just been forced into promoting branded videos a lot harder. Before you could just say, yeah, this video is in work with company X, but now we have to show them in the video the logo. We have to have a little text in the left corner that says this is a branded video, because it's like ads everywhere. Like it's an ad we're doing for a company, and some people may not interpret it as an ad, and we kind of, it gets scummy. Like people are not saying this video is branded because the viewers don't really like branded videos, so they do like on a more psychological level instead. So they're kind of tricking the audience, like it's a branded video, but they don't say it, and then the audience gets tricked, and then they make money of tricking audiences, and that's illegal, at least here in Sweden. So yeah, it's changing a lot, and companies are slowly understanding like, okay, influencer marketing, it's a big deal, we can earn a lot of money here, but then we have to invest a lot of money, and then they rather just trick influencers with, hey, you get free products, like do this video where you show off our clothes and you get the clothes for free. And I know that MSI, they are super shady regarding influencer videos, because they pay, I think like for a guy with 20,000 views per video, they paid out 2,000 Swedish crowns, 2,500 Swedish crowns, and the guy had to borrow a laptop just to make a video out of it. Then he sent in the video to them because they had to review the video first before it was uploaded, and they said like, yeah, no, you're too negative, you have to redo it. And he like, yeah, I'm getting money for it, and I have the laptop for 2 weeks, let's just do a video about it, saying it's good, but that's illegal, but he did it anyways. And like MSI, they are pretty known to just like, hey, use our laptop for 2 weeks, make a video about it, and you get a little money for it. And then they earn a lot of money for that video. And they're kind of just tricking the influencer. So it's not the influencer's fault, really, because they don't know better. Like many of the influencers are like from 12 to 15 years old. They don't know about the branding market. They don't know about influencing. They don't know about companies and their budgets. And this is marketing. So companies that are contacting YouTubers and saying like, yeah, we want to make a branded video, but we don't have the budget for it. They're lying, because it's marketing budget. They should just take, I don't know, 200,000 of their marketing budget and put it into influencing if they want to get into influencing. Because they can't, as the years progress, the influencing market will change. People will see which companies are scummy and are not scummy. And it's important for the influencers to get taught, like, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it correctly. If it's a branded video, show it's a branded video, because you can get sued. Like, it's pretty harsh here in Sweden with those rules. Like, there is a girl named Clara Henry, whom had a American network, partner network, whom she earned YouTube money on for like 2.5 years before she on Splay. And during taxes, she didn't tax for those money. And I'm not sure if she knew that she had to tax for it, but she didn't tax for it. And I think 3 years later, the Swedish tax enforcement came like, you got like 300,000 Swedish crowns you haven't taxed for, time to tax it. And the taxes in Sweden are high. She had to tax 35% of 300,000 crowns. That's a lot of money for so yeah, the marketing is changing, and the YouTubers just have to learn and adapt to it. The people have to learn, or the influencers have to learn really about transparency. They have to learn like, it's a branded video, just show the logo and say it's a branded video. The audience will respect you more. I know for a fact, I respect a person who's honest. Influencer or business, or just a regular person on the street. If he's honest to me, I respect him. And the same thing goes for YouTubers, because it's a psychological bond between viewer and entrepreneur or influencer. If you get a good contact with your audience, they trust you, they'll respect you. It's like easy as that. And they know that you need money, because if you just say that, yeah, I'm doing YouTube every day now, I just quit my job, I'm doing YouTube full time, they know you need money. As simple as that. And if you do a branded video a month, well, that's maybe half your bills. So if you're transparent enough and say like, yeah, this is a branded video, they'll respect you. So you just gotta adapt, be honest, be transparent. And as a younger influencer, you just need to learn. Go at the courses that Google gives you, go at the courses that Splay gives you of how you are going to market. Just watch the news, and you'll know how to market your stuff. It's like at the same thing really. If there's a commercial break on TV4, you'll know it's a commercial break. It's not hidden under the rug. And the same thing goes for YouTube. If you need to do a commercial break in your video because the company wants you to do it, just show the people it's a commercial break. It's easy as that. They will respect you for it. You won't be breaking any laws, and you'll just earn money. It's easy as that. As you said, Clara Henry is a perfect example really, because she's been she's gone from a influencer, or just an entertainer really, because she started way early in YouTube age, like 2010 and 11. She went from a entertainer to an influencer, and now to a branded person. She launched a clothing line in her name. It's called Clara Henry, and she's still doing YouTube as an influencer. So she's starting to get around the market. She's became a public person and a branded person. Like, when people buy her clothes, they buy Clara Henry. And that's her influencing and entertaining part that helped to get there. The same thing with other influencers and YouTubers. They go from just an entertainer to someone who do branded videos, and then they become the brand. They are seen by people who maybe are not watching YouTube because they got their name in other channels. Not particularly. It depends on the person. If you want to be a branded person, then you can become a branded person if you want to. But if you want to stay as an entertainer and not do branded videos, then you don't have to do branded videos. And if you just want to move past that certain point from entertainer to branded videos and just stick at that point, you can do that. That's like the freedom of this one. There was this guy called Spotlight Central, and he promoted like, this guy, he makes discussion videos. He discussed this, and the video was amazing. Go check it out. And then I gained subscribers, of course. There are people who dump pieces on me, but at the same time, as a journalist, like I've had the training, I know how to do a proper scoop. Seeing the traditional and respected journalism going onto YouTube is fun, but at the same time it's being abused because people A, don't know how the system works, and 2, they see it as a quick way to earn a buck. The importance of a marketing mission, or like an app we're using, or a editing software, or a camera, is convenience. And many other YouTubers are stressed. They're young, they got school, they got work to do, and if an app or a branded video or branded deal is convenient enough to make, you just have to do that one particular thing, no hassles, it takes like 5 minutes, then they'll love it. If it's complex and maybe it takes an hour to set up a mission, then it will not be that satisfying doing it, because A, it took a lot of time and the reward is not big enough. So it depends on person to person, of course, but if it's convenient, they love it, and if not, they won't. It's pretty simple. Rode, we use that for an example. They use Quid's app to set up a mission, only targeted to influencers. Like let's say Rode makes the mission, the influencer gets the mission, and the mission is that the influencer has to get 100 likes on a tweet, and it goes via Quid. And if the influencer gets the 100 likes on that tweet, Rode will send them a plaque. Good job, you made this. Sure, they may not be as interested in and working with Rode next time, but I think they will still have the plaque on their wall because they actually got something out of doing it. And let's say you get a plaque and a few $100 for maybe retweeting Rode's tweet about a new microphone, then I think they'll be even more interested because A, they get money out of it and people are greedy, so they will most likely want the free money, and B, they'll still get the plaque to show I did this for Rode, it's a big company, and they get some kind of feeling of importance. It's a good concept. You just need that whole reward and convenience thing. If you get that one into it, people will love it. At least influencers will love it. Maybe companies who already have a lot of time to spend on it, they have someone hired for doing administrative stuff, they'll already love it at how it is today. Because I like that, but I also have time to work with it because all my other stuff goes in like maybe 20 minutes because I've been doing it for 4.5 years. And I've been using cameras since I was 12. So my recording part won't take as much time as it maybe has to do for my neighbor, for example. So I might respect it, but another person might not. So if you're going to focus on influencer market, you need to get that convenience into it. But if you're gonna focus on maybe companies and their rewards for their maybe it's a contractor company, and they send out to the person who hired them like, hey, we got this thing, could you just go through our server via Quid? They won't mind. Like, it's just a simple way to do a server. But as an influencer, the server won't really be needed because they can do that server on Twitter, for example, in Twitter polls. So you really have two ways of focusing, I think. Yeah, it's like if an influencer finds something they love, they don't have to contact you personally like, yeah, I want to do missions with your app. Can you pay me for doing missions on your app? Some influencers are not scummy. Some are just good people. And then they see like, okay, I can get my audience engaged in something. I'll just use this app. And then you'll earn revenue, and the influencer will get his reward out of it. Like, okay, and my people engaged in this video. But at the same time, it's a two-sided thing. Maybe some people just find it as a hassle. It's not convenient enough. So yeah, as I said, you need to find that particular road you want to take. as I've said, if you're gonna focus on influencers, try to get the convenient part into it. If they get rewarded, they'll love it. That's the whole main concept of influencing, really. Like, you do something you're really good at, you show other people, companies who want to get into that as well. Like for Adidas, for example, you're an extremely good athlete, you've been using Adidas shoes all your life, you'll probably love an ad from Adidas where you just run around in a video showing like, yeah, I use Adidas shoes, and you get paid for it. People love that. People are greedy, and ad world is scummy. So if you can reverse the whole connection between company and influencer, then you'll remove that vacuum where the company will try to use the influencer, and you'll make the ad world less scummy. So you can do a good thing out of it as well. If you're gonna focus on ads, that is. If the mission is just to promote a video from a YouTuber to their audience, well, that's good as well, because then the audience will get more engaged, and the audience love being engaged with their favorite YouTuber or favorite Instagrammer or blogger or influencer overall. They love the person they're following, otherwise they wouldn't follow the person. And if they can get engaged with that one, they love it. And if they, maybe let's say Quid has this point system. If you do X number of missions and earn X number of points, you'll get to meet that person in person. That will get the audience engaged, because then they can meet their favorite YouTuber.